everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video, we're going to do a pick a card reading to see what is your life purpose. Before I begin, I just want to do a little disclaimer that this reading is just for fun, and my intention with this reading is that if you already have an idea of what your life purpose is, but you're looking for confirmation from the universe, then I'm happy to help there. Or if you have absolutely no idea of what your life purpose is, then maybe I can give you a little bit of inspiration. But I just want to say, ultimately, listen to your own heart when trying to figure out what your life purpose is. And since these are general readings, please just take what resonates and leave the rest. I also want to say that I personally have gone to tarot readers who are very gifted, and I had one who gave me very accurate information, but what I did was I ended up listening to her fully, not her intention, but mine, and instead of listening to myself. So she told me that my life purpose would involve a cause or something that I just felt like I couldn't look away, I needed to help. And my intuition told me animals. That anything doing with animals is something that I can't look away, I have to help. But what she told me was she saw that I would do very well working one-on-one or in small groups. And the thing is, she wasn't wrong. That is part of my life purpose, but the biggest part of my life purpose is animals. So I didn't listen to my own self, and that threw me off path for a while. And I know that wasn't her intention. It wasn't her fault at all. It was mine. So I want you to go through this and listen to whatever it is you feel in your heart first. Okay? So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I have 4 piles today, and obviously there are going to be more life purposes out there for everyone who's watching. So I will be doing several more of these videos. I love doing them. This is just for a smaller group. And again, these are general, but sometimes they can be very specific. So just whatever seems to be the message for you. It could even just be, I could say something like this person might be starting a blog about sports. Maybe you hate sports, but you're thinking about starting a blog. Just take that message. That's all I'm saying, okay? So without further ado, this is pile number 1 with rose quartz. This is pile number 2 with cat's eye. Pile number 3 with the selenite, and pile number 4 with pink tourmaline. So I'll just give you a second to figure out which pile you would like, and if you're having difficulty choosing, check the timestamps down below and maybe a number will jump out at you. So without further ado, I'm going to begin. So when I'm reading these cards, sometimes it takes me a little bit to get all the information in, and sometimes it just flows right in, so be patient with me, okay? All right, child eternal, an artist. Okay. Huh. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting for this group is I'm seeing some individuals that may be working with the elderly. So you may be working in a retirement home or a nursing home, and helping them through recreation. So this is about helping individuals to still feel young, to still remain vibrant no matter what the age. And with artists, I'm feeling that you're helping them in some sort of capacity. It could be through art, painting, sketching. If you're a recreational aide or working in recreational therapy, then there's going to be a variety of different aspects. Maybe recreational therapy is a career that you've never heard of, and it's actually a really wonderful thing. I considered doing it, and I did a year of it, and it was absolutely fun, but then I realized about the animals. So if you are not sure what that is, look it up, because it is really amazing. It's you could be using art. You could also be helping them with horticulture, starting a garden and planting with them, helping them feel more alive again and feel that young spirit. That would be really amazing, actually. Let's see, what else am I getting here? Butterflies, transformation. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be the elderly, but that's what I'm feeling for a group of you. But I feel that some of you are going to be helping people transform through art. So again, recreational therapy, I'm really feeling this. For some of you, you could be a counselor who are helping individuals maybe through journaling. They could be even just embracing their creative energy to help transform them, to give them confidence, to inspire them to move forward. Because sometimes when we try something new, it can be scary, but then you can realize that you're really good at it, or you really just enjoy doing it, and that can give you so much confidence and help inspire you to move forward. You're helping somebody grow. So there's sunflowers in these pictures, and to me, sunflowers, they just grow up to be so tall and so vibrant. So you could be helping inspire kids. It's not necessarily just kids, though. But you could be working with kids, or even just helping individuals who need encouragement. Sometimes all we need is a little bit of encouragement to help us grow, to give us the confidence and the inspiration to push forward just a little bit. And I feel that you'll be doing this through art. It could be even just something creative. You could be helping individuals grow a business by teaching them how to use video editing, build websites. It doesn't have to be just visual arts, painting. You are helping these people soar. Okay, so some of these individuals might be stuck. They might be completely stuck in and not know how to move out of it. They want to move forward, but they don't know how. They want to grow up, but they're feeling dependent on others. Okay. Some of you may be working with individuals who may have disabilities, who are feeling that they want to be more independent in their life. Occupational therapists maybe. Recreational therapy could help in this as well. But I got occupational therapist. So you're helping individuals. Okay. It could be individuals with physical limitations. You could be helping them live a more independent lifestyle. It could be individuals that may have a developmental limitations. Helping them be more independent. I can't remember what show it was. It's a new TV show, and the star is named Dex, and her brother, he wanted to move out, but she was holding him back. She was afraid to let him move forward. And I think other people's limitations. Okay, so sometimes when we have loved ones, it doesn't matter what's going on in their lives, but they can hold us close to home when they have a fear of letting us become independent, right? Any mother, father could do this. Anyone could do this. But you're helping individuals, any individuals, who are wanting more independence. They want to live their own life, but they may be held back in a way by others. And it could just be that they're just so loving that they're holding them back and they don't realize it. You could be helping parents or caregivers to realize that these individuals can live more independent lifestyles, and helping them release to give a little bit more space to them. Interesting. Okay. Okay, helping individuals have a better quality of life in a variety of different ways. I'm also sensing a little bit of somebody maybe being more spiritual and helping individuals open up their lives to more spirituality and helping them to heal so that they can move forward. Living life outside the box. Aha. Okay, I'm seeing the infinity sign. So, showing individuals that there's an infinite number of possibilities for them. So that this box that they were told, this is how you live. This is the way that your life is to be. Helping others see that that's not it. And that can often happen with individuals who have limitations, physical, developmental, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just that, right? Even so, for the elderly, what do we think as a society that they do? They go to a retirement home or a nursing home. They have their 3 meals a day. What do they do? our grandmas knit. You know, what do we think? They sit around and they play bridge? That doesn't necessarily have to happen. There's people in their 70s, 80s, 90s that are doing the CN Tower edge walk, and I would never do that. So not putting people in a stereotypical box, not limiting their progress, their life. So you could be helping individuals to see the potential that they have. You could be a career counselor, a counselor in high school. I had something, I just lost it. You could be a mentor. Oh, okay, yes. Being an advocate for individuals who have been told that this is the way of life. So, what's coming to mind with me, individuals with Down syndrome maybe. They are far more capable of anything than a lot of people will give them credit for. You know, I used to work with individuals who may have had physical, developmental limitations. And I hope I'm not offending anyone by using limitations, but I don't like to say disabilities. To me, like, we're all different, so it's just saying a disability, I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then please let me know what you would prefer me to say. But when I say limitations, sometimes I mean limitations that we have put upon them. So, but seeing how people would treat them sometimes, or say, not necessarily seeing them or hearing about stories of how these individuals are treated or viewed, just, really would drive me nuts. I remember an individual that I knew, he was referred to as being violent. But as you got to know him, he wasn't violent. He was frustrated. He wasn't hitting people necessarily. He was just frustrated because he could not verbalize his feelings and people were not understanding them. So if you were more patient with him and allowed him to try to convey what he would like to say, then he didn't come off as being violent. So being an advocate for individuals who have been, do you want me to say that? Marginalized. I'm hearing marginalized. Individuals who society, the media have said, this is it, this is their way of life. You're advocating that no, they can do far more. And by doing that, you're educating society so that they can view individuals differently. Okay. All right, that's all I'm getting for this group. Hopefully that helps. Very amazing work, though, honestly. I'm really excited. If this resonates with anyone, please let me know, because I'm just really excited. And again, if I use any terms that offend people or use any incorrect terms, please let me know. Please, I don't want to offend anybody, but I will always explain to you why. All right. Okay, So, group number 2 with the cat's eye. Let's see what we've got here. Ooh. Interesting. Ah. Okay. Just give me a minute here. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that I'm getting is that some of you are going to be helping individuals who have eating disorders or addictions. Okay, addictions are coming up, but the first thing that I got was helping individuals with eating disorders, whether it's binge eating, bulimia, anorexia. I kind of got binge eating, that emotional eating, yes, okay. Sorry, I call it binge eating because that's what I've done in the past. But emotional eating, because we have the wounded child. Okay, so I'm feeling that some individuals who have chosen pile 2 will be working with those who have eating disorders or addictions in general that have stemmed from trauma that has occurred in their childhood. Okay, so individuals who have been poorly judged. Here's the thing. Okay, so especially I'm thinking maybe a drug addict or an alcoholic, how they're perceived in society, and they are poorly judged, right? But what we're not looking at, and even individuals who have eating disorders, well, that individual's too fat, that individual's too thin. We put a lot of emphasis on how an individual looks and how an individual behaves, but we're not seeing the root of the issue. So to me, any kind of addiction is a Band-Aid effect. It's a coping mechanism. And unfortunately, when you are struggling with this underlying trauma, I'm just going to use the word trauma, because it could be anything that has happened as a child, some more major, some minor, but things that happen to us as children deeply affect us, right? And when this creates an addiction, we can be poorly judged by others, which can make the addiction continue, if that makes sense. So it can bring shame. People could be scared to ask for help out of fear of judgment. But I'm seeing, so we have students. So somebody is going to be helping these individuals. You're going to be teaching them. But it's going to be more than the surface. You're going to be doing some deep diving in this one. Okay, so one thing that's coming up for me with the eating disorders is you could have a clinic, a retreat where you help these individuals learn how to eat in a healthy manner. So I'm seeing the word dietitian. They could be working with dietitians, because honestly, it is so difficult. It can be very difficult. I have my own struggles with trying to know what to eat and what portions to use. Okay, sorry. I'm not supposed to talk about myself. Anyway. But it's not necessarily just about that. But what I mean is, this retreat could have a dietitian and a counselor. So you're hitting both of these things. So both of these aspects that are very important. So I'm going to give you the example of weight loss just because that's been my journey, so that's what I know the best. But I've tried losing weight many times, and I always gained it back because I wasn't dealing with the root of the issue. So by having a dietitian, yes, you're helping them to make healthier decisions with food, but by having a counselor, you're helping them work through the issues that have brought them there. Same with any other addiction. And you could be the dietitian. You could be the counselor. You could be the individual who incorporates all of this and helps these individuals. Oh, okay. Okay. You could be helping them move forward. Not only teaching, so you're teaching them the life skills that they need to move forward. You're teaching them how to take care of themselves. You're teaching them other coping mechanisms. You're teaching them how to dive deep into their trauma. You're helping them to release this trauma so that they can soar higher. And with student, you're also helping them, you could be helping them to pursue higher knowledge. Scholarship? I'm feeling a scholarship. This could even just be you're helping them with a scholarship so that they can go on to school. I'm feeling that more probably for individuals who have been through, who have been through maybe a drug addiction, alcohol addiction. I'm also getting individuals who have been incarcerated, wrongly judged. Okay, yeah. So individuals who have been incarcerated, you could be helping them deal with their core wounding. They have been judged. So when you come out of jail, you are judged. It can be difficult to find a job. You could be teaching them how to get back on their feet. You could be helping them to go to school so that they can get the higher knowledge, so that they can get the jobs. You could be the individual. So I've heard of this before, where individuals who have come out of jail having difficulty finding work because you now have a police record, regardless of if you were incarcerated for something a crime you actually committed, or you were falsely accused, but you can have difficulty finding a job. And I've heard of organizations that help these individuals find work. That could be you. You could be that person who starts that organization to help these individuals. You are helping individuals who have been judged by society. But this is all occurring because of things that have happened during their childhood. trauma that has happened. In this one picture, there's a woman and there's 2 children, and she's got a blanket wrapped around both of them. You're comforting them, you're nurturing them, you're helping them grow. Sometimes these individuals may not have had the encouragement, the security, the kind words that they needed to help become who they are. Yeah. Okay. Individuals who join gangs. Why did they join a gang? Maybe it made them feel safe. You could be working with young adults who are former gang members, maybe who have been incarcerated, helping them. Rehabilitation. Okay, yeah. Helping them reintegrate into society. They're telling me it's that's that. Okay, I'm gonna say one more. I also have someone maybe helping individuals who have been wrongly what's the wording I want to use? The criminal justice system may not have been the most helpful towards them. You could be a lawyer. You could be a counselor, an advocate, but some of these individuals have been treated a certain way, have been treated incorrectly, treated poorly by the criminal justice system. And again, I did say individuals that maybe were charged of a crime but they didn't commit it. Helping them. You're helping them get on their feet by helping them with legal matters. You could be helping them prove that they didn't do this. That the crime that they were accused of, that they didn't commit it. Social worker. I'm feeling social worker vibes. Somebody might be a social worker, either for children. They have social workers for the elderly. Yeah. I'm just going to say social worker because there's so many different areas I feel that you could do that in. Do you want me to say that? No. Sorry, they're communicating with me, and I'm not sure if they want me to say certain things. Okay, I'll just say it. They said paralegals. I don't really know much about that. But anyways, somebody could be going to school to be a paralegal. That's what I'm getting. So if some of this stuff didn't necessarily fit with you, or it's something that you wouldn't mind doing in the future, somebody's going to be going to school to be a paralegal. You are helping these people be rooted, to find their place in this world, helping them be who they were supposed to be, who they were meant to be. But things that people said to them or did to them had thrown them off path, and that we should not judge them for this. Because we too, maybe not to the extreme, have had this happen to us. Educating the community of how this happens. Okay, somebody might be making a documentary. I feel that somebody's going to be making a documentary about this. It could be all of it. It could be part of it. It could be okay. I'm feeling more a documentary about individuals who have committed crimes or have been accused of committed crimes and what their past has looked like to explain why they chose this lifestyle. Because I think that helps. Again, the more that you educate the public, the more understanding there is, right? Because sometimes if you don't understand it, there's a fear of the unknown. We don't understand it, then it's like, what are you going to do? But if you break it down and say, this is what happened to them. This is the reason why they made this choice. Maybe they didn't even have a choice. Somebody made a choice for them. And that's the thing. We need to be able to educate so that there's more empathy and more compassion in this world. So this is kind of a funny, I don't really know, this is the comparison that I'm thinking of, but you know, there's TV shows on TLC, there's My 600-Pound Life, and then there's also Hoarders, right? So 2 different addictions. But what I like about them is at the beginning, they tell their story of their past, which explains why they got there. So it's easy to judge somebody. Everybody does it. But when you hear, I don't know, for me, when I hear this story, I'm like, oh my gosh, that poor person, that is so tragic. And somebody's going to be making a documentary or having a YouTube channel where they interview people. Oh, I love this. Yes. YouTube is so amazing. You can get out all this information to people. You could do individual videos and interview different people from different walks of life. It could be maybe a same situation, but how did they get there? I don't know. All about the education for me. You educate the public, there's more compassion, there's more empathy in this world. That's what I'm feeling. I think that's all I'm getting for these. Inspired. Okay. Okay. This one's kind of different. This one that's coming in is different, but somebody is, maybe you're going to be a cosmetologist, yes, a makeup artist, maybe even a hairstylist, making wigs. I'm getting making wigs. Okay. Something to do with beauty. You're in the beauty industry, clothing, stylist, but you're helping people. Oh, okay. So the first thing that I got was that, especially with the individuals who maybe have been through a lot, that's basically what we're talking about on all of these, but say an individual, not even that. I know it's sad, but true, but the way that you look affects you. So when you get your hair done, you feel so much better. If you have makeup on, sometimes that makes people feel amazing. I'm not a big makeup person, as you can tell. But when I have my full face done, oh man, I feel like I can rule the world. and helping individuals figure out how to dress their body shape, you're teaching them, because they're students, you could be teaching them how to dress themselves for success. Yes. Okay. So you could be helping these individuals when dressed to get the job. You could be helping them just to feel better about themselves. Oh. This doesn't fully fit in this. Unless it... Okay. For some reason, I'm thinking, and this is a little bit different, but I'm thinking of individuals who have had cancer and maybe have lost their hair. That's where the wig making and styling wigs. You know, I've seen this on the news where they'll have events and women who have lost their hair because of cancer, where they style their hair with the wigs and they put makeup on them and they dress them up and they just look so amazing and they feel so good. In their interviews are saying how they feel so good, and it's helping individuals. Childhood cancer. Helping them get rid of... I've seen this on the news where they will have a prom for all the kids who are going through cancer, who have missed their proms. Having them dressed up. That's what they're showing me. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about that, but helping people. You could be giving them makeovers. They're showing me a YouTube channel I just discovered lately. I can't remember the name, or else I would shout out this gentleman. But he gives people makeovers. He'll have a different video and he'll do their hair, their makeup, and everything, and they just look 10 years younger, and they just, they're just feeling so good. Judgment. Okay. So they're showing me the judgment. People may feel judged by the way that they look. They're showing me a man with tattoos. So helping someone to maybe dress a certain way to get a job. But I don't think that's fully what they mean in this. No. How we perceive individuals by the way that they look. Social experiments on YouTube. Somebody might be doing social experiments. How do these people react when an individual with tattoos asks them for help? I've seen this. And how do they react? Yeah. There was a video I watched where a gentleman had his tattoos showing and he was asking somebody something. And then they brought him back out with a button-up shirt that covered his tattoos, and how people reacted. Okay. Okay. I think this is getting really long. But another one was, there were people, so they had somebody walk by, or walk down the street, but they put an individual who looked like they were a homeless person beside them, but it was their loved one, and they dressed them differently, and they walked by their loved one and didn't even notice, because they're not paying attention to a homeless person. So you don't pay attention to them, but you don't know how they got there. So the judgment part. Somebody's helping with the judgment, how we perceive others, and helping us. You are teaching us as society how we view these people and why we should view them differently. That's what I'm getting. Anyways, this one's getting long, so I'm going to end that one right there. Okay, they're showing me on this card there's a quilt. And one of my favorite phrases, or something that I read when I was in high school, was they're talking about Canada, the country I live in, and how it's a mosaic of faces. All the different cultures and races, just like a quilt, you put it together and it's something beautiful. So helping others see that stereotypes are just generalizations. Okay. Helping be an advocate for those individuals who are victims of the generalizations, marginalized. Wow. Wow, amazing. Okay, so that was a lot, but hopefully you got a message in there somewhere. Thank you, group 2. Okay,